So very delighted that we've announced some fantastic set of results for the half year ending September 2025. We are delivering growth, double-digit growth across top line and bottom line. So 11.1% growth in top line, 52% growth in bottom line. Shows two things: a very strong Kenya business, which has grown 9.3 top line and 22% bottom line, driven by M-Pesa, which is 14% up, and mobile data, which is 13% up. And then on our Ethiopia business, because now it's getting more mature, so the losses, the startup losses have started to reduce, and therefore, and also we are seeing much more commercial momentum. Our data business more than doubled, our voice business increased fivefold. So we are starting to see the benefit of investing in Ethiopia. And whilst there are still issues, especially around currency, we believe that Ethiopia will deliver fantastic momentum for the Safaricom group. So first of all, in Kenya, I just wanted to say it's fantastic to be celebrating 25 years since Safaricom came into play. We launched that last week, actually this week, and we launched three things. We launched an NCP, National Consumer Promotion, which will allow customers to actually participate by engaging with any of our services, and then they can enter into the promotion. There will be 25 millionaires, given that we are celebrating 25 years. We already have our first millionaire, a 20-year-old lady who won from Kiambu. She intends to enroll herself for a nursing course. For anyone who wins $1 million, we'll also add 250,000 for a project of their choice for their community. It could be in education, in healthcare, or whatever community initiatives they want to undertake. We also have a very exciting, what we are calling Safaricom Green Box, which people should watch around the country as it comes to your home, to your village, to your town center. There will be gifts, of course, handsets, chicken, goats, anything will come through. And then the third one, which I am really proud about, is what we launched last week, which is the Citizen of the Future program, our future-proof education program that is the umbrella that allows us to invest in schools, 100 schools every year for the next 5 years, to invest in training teachers in digital skills so that they can be digital ready for the future, 10,000 teachers, and then scholarships. So we are very, very excited about our Kenya business. We also really want to thank our customers. We are still growing 25 years on, and these three areas are to thank our customers and our community. For our Ethiopia business, we are only in the 4th year of operation. We have made huge commercial progress. We are seeing a lot of very good use of our mobile data. We have 3,300 sites. Kenya, just to put it in context, is about 7,000. So we are almost half network that we have created in Kenya. In terms of customers, we already have more than 11 million customers by the end of September. That makes Kenya and Ethiopia together 60 million plus business. So we are making commercial progress. There are some issues that are still outstanding. So currency, of course, the government has reformed the currency regime. It used to be fixed, now it's floating, determined by the market. That has meant that the currency has devalued by 140%. That means if you are buying equipment from abroad, it means your costs go up. So we expect that to take time to correct. But commercial progress is there. We started to see the business maturing. We just need to make sure that some of the issues that are on the financial side are resolved. But long term, we have invested $2.5 billion as a consortium, of which about half is by Safaricom. But at the same time, we've continued to grow the Kenya business. So Ethiopia we have invested in Ethiopia at a time when Kenya has momentum. And in future, Ethiopia will be a big source of our growth, both bottom and top line.
We don't understand it.
And also on Ethiopia, I wanted to add, we've just also launched our Safaricom Ethiopia Foundation in the same way that we launched in Kenya, Safaricom and also M-Pesa. And we are doing it before we actually break even. We are starting to support communities in the same way that we started in Kenya, well before we make profit, which means investment in community is quite important for us. Our vision for 2030, which was approved by our board last year, is to create Africa's leading purpose-led technology company. So purpose will continue to inspire our ability to solve societal challenges through technology, so combine innovation and technology, of which there are two things we've done this year that are very important. Once, we have invested in a big platform we call FinTech 2.0. So M-Pesa is a revamped platform which allows us to have better capacity to serve our customers. Now 6,000 transactions per second, which means our customers don't have to worry about that. We will also have it embedded AI, so that it allows us to detect fraud, because we know fraud has been a challenge for our customers. So AI will allow us, and with a revamped platform, to actually really deliver products that customers can feel safe and secure. And the third one is we'll introduce new features. Yeah, split bills. Yeah, we will introduce split bills. You can share your wallet with someone else if you are happy with that. And then finally, we will be able to do stuff like tap to pay. So the new platform gives us versatility in our ability to offer customers more choice and better experience. On AI specifically, we are doing three things. We are allowing customers. AI is allowing us to have the ability to be able to offer services to specific customer segments, because with technology we can be able to do. So if you are youth, we can offer you propositions that work for you. If you're a border rider, we can do that for you. Or if you're a matatu owner or a business. So AI will allow us to offer better propositions, better pricing, better targeting. The second thing AI is going to allow us is to offer better experience. So we'll reduce the number of steps a customer has to make in order for them to complete a transaction. We'll be able to automate the way customers experience. We will produce a super app that AI enabled, that will allow customers to have what we call intuitive, which is it reflects what customer want to have. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is that it will also allow us to reduce costs to serve, which will allow us to invest back in more value for our customers. We continue to reduce the price of our data. That's why data is also growing by 13%. You've seen Fuliza has grown this year because we actually corrected pricing and halved the price of Fuliza 2 years ago. Now we are seeing the benefit of that. We've increased limits because people are not worried about price, they are worried more about limits, which means that the more we continue to use technology and AI to reduce our cost of serving customers, we can plow that back to our customers in terms of additional value. The future is bright, and it is to create services that enable us to allow customers to live in a digital era. For individuals, it's about how do we have better daily lives enabled by technology. Technology is everywhere, ensuring people have better devices. So more 4G devices. We now have 25 million customers using 4G devices. We should have double that in 5 years. Everyone should be able to access the internet, should be able to afford the internet. Once everyone has access to the internet, then you can offer technology solutions that solve people's lives. But also we'll focus on the business side also. Merchants is a very big area that we are focusing on. Micro, small, and medium-sized enterprise, targeting solutions that are tech-enabled, that allow merchants to operate their business in the right way. On financial services, going beyond payments, we've launched investments, ZD. We've launched insurance, and then we'll continue to democratize access to these services in the same way we've done with payment. But it's very, very important that we ensure that everyone can access in an affordable way internet, and that internet could be accessed through the mobile, broadband, so at home, which we are even going to have pay as you go, and also even satellite. We'll partner with satellite providers that allows us to ensure that we have coverage everywhere, or in those places. Yeah.
Jump in there.
Yeah.
When you say you partner with satellite,
We will partner with satellite providers. So many people talk about Starlink, but there are about 6 or 7 satellite providers. Starlink just happens to be a front runner. But over time, over the next 3 years, the depth of satellite providers will increase massively. The actual offerings will also be quite significant, because all the satellite providers will have solutions. And then therefore also the price of delivering satellite propositions will also reduce. And there are three ways we think we'll use satellite. One is we have sites out there that are out of what we call fiber coverage. We'll be able to use satellite to backhaul, what we call backhaul the traffic back into our ecosystem. The second thing is a broadband available everywhere, or mobile available everywhere, especially for businesses. So we can partner with satellite providers, depending on who we want, to make sure that our businesses and also individuals are covered. And the final one, which is coming in a few years, not necessarily now, because it's still under development, direct mobile. And that will allow us, so in a remote place where there will be no radio network, you can have your phone and still be able to use a phone seamlessly as if you're on a radio network. Yeah. Everyone is putting satellites into space. And so, and then products are maturing as we go. One of the reasons why they cannot expand too quickly is because capacity is limited. Remember, they don't have base stations like we do have locally. So as they expand, they will complement what telecommunication companies, the terrestrial companies, have invested. But in future, you'd expect that they would cover, say, between 5 and 10% of the capacity globally. I'm talking about globally. And everyone will look for opportunities to ensure that they complement the assets we have invested in with any satellite options to offer customers a seamless experience and seamless coverage. I've talked about the future is about ensuring everyone has access to the internet. Yeah. So access to the internet. How do you access the internet? You have coverage. You have devices that can allow you to access the internet, but you also have traffic that comes into the country, especially from OTT players like Google and Meta and so on and so forth. That's why you have undersea cables. So in Kenya, we have about 7. We are going toward the 8th undersea cable. They terminate traffic coming from overseas and then going out from Kenya into the rest of the world. And there are various partners that provide that. Every telecom operator, including Safaricom, offtakes that traffic. So we are partnering with Meta on one of the cables to make sure that traffic comes into this country and leaves the country. So it's it increases the capacity that Kenya has and the region has, and it allows us as a region to have even more reliability and flexibility. Because remember, undersea cables come from different directions, and you need geographical resilience in order for you. And as capacity increases, we are growing mobile data 20-40% in volume every year. You need much more capacity, and that's the reason why we continue to invest with companies like Meta.